See what the fuck is in. So, anyway, this is gonna taste like shit, isn't it? Alright, see you on the other side. Ugh. Alright, fuck me.
Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. So today in War Thunder it's a little bit different. Basically we are technically at the end of the third day, but I'm switching it up a little bit with basically the change to the fact that you can't front load stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start doing this stuff in the morning and then into the afternoon and then working in the evenings. That works better for this style, and also if they decide to do Twitch drops for enlisted next week, hopefully we'll be able to at least get close to that 400 goal which we're setting up. This means that right now, I'm recording this video, I don't have the 40 boxes for this day, but tomorrow we should have the 40 plus some extra ones from the next day. So you'll start seeing these videos at different times and understand, because I've switched when I was doing them. Generally what I was doing is I was going from 5 to 12, now I'm going to go from about 9 to 5 when we do this stuff. So we've got 22 materials already, we have 11 of the rounds, and when it comes to assembly stuff, I'm nearly finished on one of these. So one thing to note at this point, since you have to, with these recipes, you have to be able to complete them over and over again when it comes to the scheme and then the recipes after that. I think it might be better to actually go for the second one, the balance scheme, just because right now that I've gone fully into the fuel supply detailed system, I have a ton of resources, but I don't have any of the schemes. And I really don't like the fact that now there are two stages to this crafting thing, where you have to craft this and then have to craft the next stage. It pretty much adds 10 minutes to everything, and also adds a step which could easily just be removed. The step doesn't make any use apart from just to use more resources and confuse people, and this is obviously a negative addition. I did assemble the ammo rack yesterday, and we do have 11 rounds, so by the time that we finish technically our fourth max day, our 40, I will have 2 of the ammo racks ready to go, and I should also have all this done. But tomorrow we'll find out, you know, where I'm at when it comes to the boxes, but I will have at least 40 of these by the time recording. I'll probably have a few more, maybe 50 or 60, and then what we'll do is we'll record everything then. Because you can't front load stuff, because of the fact that you can't get more than 2 vehicles, or at least that's what it's looking like right now, and also, you know, the other events going on right now, such as the enlisted stuff, like going into OBT on the 8th, this event is probably the worst for me in the last few years. There is just so much stuff going on, it's incredibly exhausting, and it's getting harder and harder to get all of this stuff done. And it really is down to the fact that they're just piling stuff on top of each other. Luckily I was able to get my dailies done today, and therefore I'm now level 86 of the battle pass, and with being able to get this tomorrow, the Bellum Omnium Contra Omnes, I will be able to get 3 more levels, and with this unlocking in a few days, then we'll start working towards that. The special tests I've got behind on, so that's something I'm going to be focusing on going forward. The reason why I'm behind on them is basically because of the events that have been being run, the Warfare and the Tailspin one. There's only around about a day left for these, so make sure to get involved, you know, make sure to have fun in these vehicles, make sure to get yourself the decals, the titles and the profile pics, because it's just free content which is there. You can get all the stuff alongside, all of the all of the crates and things as you go. I was able to do that yesterday and the day before, and why not just have a bit of fun in a game mode? I was able to spade the G8N1 today. Oh no, I haven't spaded it. I got close though. There you go. And I have just played a couple of matches in it, pretty much bombing bases and then going back to the airfield and then trying again, and it was actually pretty relaxing, pretty fun. I think tomorrow I'm going to focus on just doing naval stuff, and I know that sounds really odd, but naval is a lot more relaxing to me. I can just turn off my brain and just, have a bit of fun with it. And I do have some wonderful Italian cruisers that I actually have to get, and I have to research out. And getting the Etna and researching this should be really nice to do. So it's probably going to be Arcade Naval tomorrow, depending on, I suppose, what the special tasks are. The special task could dictate something else. This is also quite a good time to actually spade, get fully modified a lot of vehicles around the bomber BRs that you see, since a lot of BRs, especially higher ones, there's a lot of B-57s running around, there's a lot of Canberras running around. So if you play around like the 8-3 area and you're playing a fighter, then you know that your games are generally going to go, to 20 or 25 minutes, so you're going to get a lot of RP for your vehicles as long as you win the initial engagement. So if you're interested around 7-0 to 8-0 to get a lot of stuff done, like I think I'm going to actually play the Tar, try and get that thing spaded as well, even though we're only 3,000 off the Yabo. I think it's actually really good to do that. There's a lot of people right now who are space climbing and bombers for obvious reasons. It's probably the easiest way of doing this stuff in a realistic. Why not take advantage of that and actually use stuff such as fighters, win the initial battles, win the, PvP thing, and then once there are only bombers left, well then just go after ground targets and win the match through that, and also have the matches go longer, so you get more RP, more SL, and more boxes as well. That definitely is something to go for. Now, the other thing that we also played today was the Swedish IKV 91-105. Played it in a squad with some guys, and the 105 is actually really fun. This vehicle is great. It's got not a great engine, but it's good enough for the vehicle since it is quite lightweight. The 105mm with the this one, the M80, which is basically DM23, I believe it is very powerful. It doesn't have thermals, but it does have access to really good laser rangefinder, really good optics, and also scouting as well, which makes it a lot better. And the only issue you really have with this thing is the light armor on it, meaning that sometimes you can just get popped by artillery, which is really frustrating. But generally, I actually think this vehicle is very fun. I would definitely recommend it. Hopefully the M3A3 Bradley goes up so this thing doesn't get topped down as much as it does right now, and also understand that 9.0 is a BR that a lot of people play, because that's generally where a lot of the premiums are in the game, like the L44, the XM1 is 9.3, the British, the 8.3 delay, and then of course the Japanese have the 9.0 Type 74G, and the Italians with their MTCA, so you will get up tier quite a lot, but then you can just use it as a passive scout and, do it through there. So I'll be live tomorrow morning on Twitch. We'll get the other 20 boxes, and then on top of that we'll get some more after that, going into the night, maybe 10 or 20, and then I'll make a review video of the day. So even though I only have 20 today, don't worry, that's going to change. I'm just resetting some patterns and it should be good. And yeah, we are still on track to get the whole 400. If they don't do Twitch drops for enlisted on the next weekend, we should be good. If they do, then we're going to have a few issues. Now, as always, I hope the grind's going well for you. This has been the update video. Have a wonderful time. I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Teddy, John Ryman, Universe, Conte Baraka, Trigger Hippie, Eugens Terry, Ambrosius McClellan, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Hosest Kishot, Hans, Barine, and Samuel Schlick for supporting the channel.